Welcome to the channel Collectibles or Junk. This is cleaning out my collectibles, episode 31. Episode 31. I have a container here that is labeled newspapers for keep or for sale. So I'm a big fan of newspapers. My father put me onto that a long time ago. Showed me some old newspapers he saved throughout the years, and I became a newspaper hoarder. About 12 years ago, 13 years ago, I went through hundreds of newspapers and actually cut out clippings to save space, because I save newspapers for like the weirdest things. You know, a random Phillies player had 5 RBIs in the game. I would save the sports page, or thinking that'd be worth something, one day, or just some weird stuff, So got rid of a lot of newspapers over the years, but also have a lot left. So this container is filled with newspapers and some other things. So first things first is the Ryan Howard oversized head. That was a giveaway. His last home game as a Philly. Ryan Howard, my all-time favorite baseball player. Went to go see his last game as a Philly, and unfortunately fell short of 400 home runs, so probably won't make the Hall of Fame, but I think he should be a Hall of Famer. This is one of my all-time favorite Philly shirts I bought on South Street in Philly. It was worn quite a bit, so it really turned yellow over the years. That's why I don't wear it anymore. See the yellow stains there, but it's one of the coolest Philly shirts I ever saw in my life. So, anyway, newspapers. New York Times, Heath Ledger passing away. The Millennium newspaper. Some magazines in here as well. Vibe magazine. Michael Landon, 1991 magazine. Will Smith, 5th anniversary. Vibe issue. We have newspaper celebrating the life of Frank Sinatra. Passed away in 1998. Rocky V, Pullout, 1990. Martin Luther King pullout. It's 30 years after his passing. I should say assassination, right? 75th anniversary of the Philadelphia Daily News. Guess the highlight of the Philadelphia Daily News was Tug McGraw saying we win. Hopefully the Phillies can win again this year. Here's some foreign newspapers. I always save newspapers from trips. So this one is from England. I went to England in 2008. So check out the cover of the newspaper. Hot chicks. Here is a newspaper from St. Louis. I think 91. Yep, 1991. So some collectible newspapers, just some random ones from memorabilia, souvenirs, I should say. It's another newspaper from, I guess, England, 2008 maybe? Yeah, 2008. You see what's happening back then. Here's a newspaper from Chicago. Also went there in 1991. There's nothing happening here. Just save them because, souvenirs. Newspaper from Detroit. I think I went there also in 1991. Actually, I don't remember going there in 1991. How did I get a Detroit, Michigan paper? My father must have saw it when we were in Illinois. Anyway, Larry Johnson. Looks like Larry Johnson, right? It's supposed to be Terrell Brandon. Because that's an error. Cleveland newspaper, also from 1991. I picked that up from driving through. Drove from Pennsylvania to St. Louis that year, up to Chicago. Herald News. Not sure where that is. So my dad, picked up newspapers, rest stops. So how we got that Detroit paper, I don't know. So Croatia, Yugoslavia War, St. Louis Dispatch, 1991. I have here some newspapers from Michael Jackson passing away, King of Pop. I forget that day. It was my last day of work. I was a teacher back in the day, and the last day of school ended. Went home to take a nap. Fell asleep listening to the classic rock station, Q1043 in New York. And it woke me up out of sleep. Did I just hear what I heard? And yeah, so devastating for us 80s kids. Michael Jackson was the man for us kids that grew up in the 80s. I never believed the whole pedophile thing with him. It's like it was a money grab. But anyway, rest in peace, Michael and Diddy. Back when he was puffy, going through some things. Possible slime ball there. Actually, he's a slime ball. What am I saying? Tom Green. Remember when he ruled the world for a little bit? The year 2000. So it might be from the year 2000. Rolling Stones, 500 Greatest Songs. There's some of these things I could get rid of, obviously. But others are cool. So here, Obama reaches the mountaintop. Star Ledger, 2008. Another Y2K newspaper. Ted Williams passing away, other than Boston at the time. I never really stole things in my life, but I stole a bunch of these newspapers. I got them from newspaper machines. You put change in and open it up and take one newspaper. Well, I loaded up on those Ted Williams newspapers. I've sold them over the years, quite a few of them over the years on eBay. First Blood, the first interleague game. For you young baseball fans, American League didn't always play the National League. It was 95, I think, or 97. 1997 is when that started. Actually, my senior year of high school is when that started. And before that, the only time those teams played was in spring training in the World Series. So starting in 1997, interleague play happened, and the New York Mets beat the Yankees that first game. Here's a random 1998 pullout for, I guess, the Winter Olympics. Obama, New York Daily News, coming president. Let's have a bunch of these. Did not steal these. Both in at stores. Y2K, so now you see why it said keep and sell. So there's newspapers here for me to sell. I always used to buy multiples of things with intents to sell. Just thinking around to selling them yet. So Israel, 50th anniversary. Sopranos, probably my favorite TV show of all time after 21 Jump Street. 2001. Pullout. So local news. Grandpa thought you might want these. So December 31st, 1999. I look through time. Yeah, good old Grandpa. Rest in peace, Pops. So I have to look through these one day. Mama's and Papa's record I got at a yard sale, I believe, back in 2007. Thrown in there. New Kids on the Block. So I saved a lot of the posters that were in newspapers. This is from the Philadelphia, I guess maybe Bucks County Courier Times. New Kids on the Block poster. I eventually sell that. Some old school comics. December 9th, 1990. How cool is that, huh? Suburban Cowgirls. Now, some people collect comic strips. I sold clippings from the New York Times. I had subscriptions to them not too long ago. I guess it was a long time ago. Probably 2010, 2011. And I used to sell clippings for them. And people would ask me if I had comic strips. So I wish I saved comics over the years. So anyway, Aaliyah, rest in peace. Her name's coming up in the Diddy stuff recently. This is Old Blue Eyes again. Frank Sinatra passing away. Same day Mark McGwire hits 3 home runs. How crazy is that, huh? Princess Diana dying. 1997. Poor beautiful soul. Big Pun dying, age 28. So Marcus Camby also got injured that day. Guy Hart, Bruce and Demi breaking it up. I guess I thought that would be worth holding on to, huh? Hughes, they can't refuse. Actually, okay, I'd probably save this paper for Larry Hughes, being drafted by the Sixers. You know, they drafted him over Paul Pierce. Not a very good move. Notorious B.I.G. passing away. Greatest rapper of all time, died on March 9th. Mother Teresa passing away in India, 1997. Because I say newspapers for all kinds of things. So, O.J. Simpson walking. Back in 95. Tragedy strikes again. JFK Jr. Plane crash. Mike Tyson biting Holyfield's ear. 1997. A lot of things happened in my senior year of high school. Skinny Joey, Philly mob boss, going to jail. So if you don't live in Philly, you might not know who he is. He's been making noise. I think he's down in Florida, Boca Raton, I believe. So Obama again, becoming president. Another Philly Daily News 75th anniversary paper. Another one here as well. And another one. And who's the greatest? So I bought a bunch of these papers here. Sold quite a few on eBay. Came with an exclusive poster. This was Michael Jordan's second retirement. He did Philadelphia Daily News did a thing. Who's the greatest of all time? Wilt Chamberlain or him? Each of these papers had an exclusive Michael Jordan photo. Another tribute to Michael Jordan, second retirement. Back in April 1998. Well, he didn't retire in April 98, right? He still won that chip in June, but it was his last appearance in Philly, so Philadelphia Sports Papers did a tribute to him. We have here, I think there's Millennium stuff. Happy New Year. The Trentonian, sealed up for Y2K. We have here in 3 makes 4. What's this? So, Pope Benedict. King Pope. Iverson won his 4th scoring title. Probably saved it for the Pope, not AI. But AI is my favorite basketball player of all time. Michelle Obama, ARP magazine. Emotional goodbye. There's my man Ryan Howard retiring. All-time favorite baseball player. Broke my heart he couldn't reach 400 home runs. He's one of those guys that should get the exception of Hall of Fame, even though he fell off towards the end of his career. It was because of injuries. Some pictures here. Let me get rid of these pictures. You only see pictures of me and my girl. Some more Ryan Howard stuff here. End of an era. Eric Lindros making a Hall of Fame. All-time favorite hockey player. Buddy Ryan, rest in peace. Eagles should never have fired him. Allen Iverson making the Hall of Fame. What a shame that's all he got in the Philly newspaper. Got Carson Wentz on there. Come on. Carson Wentz debut. Allen Iverson making the Hall of Fame. That's a crime. So... Alright, not sure. Newspapers here. Bear with me. Alright, so we have here Life magazines. I'm a big fan of magazines too. I feel like magazines should be worth a lot more than they are. I have tons of magazines here, guys. I'm not sure I'm going to bore you with magazines because not many people like magazines or collect magazines. But I have tons, absolutely tons. So these are some old Life magazines I picked up back in the day. Probably got them cheap somewhere. Probably a flea market somewhere. Jersey Boys program. Broadway. Billy Joel, Elton John. Took my mom there back in 2002. 2001 Christmas gift. Live Earth. She took me and a friend of mine to this show. She moved the very next day to Arizona. So last time together before she moved back home. Moved back home about 10 years later. And a lot of Obama papers here. Oh, more Michael Jackson. Death of an Icon. My 6-year-old daughter loves Michael Jackson more than Taylor Swift now. Believe that? Had her into hip-hop. She went to kindergarten last year, became a Swiftie. I listened to Taylor Swift every single day. For about 3 months, I turned on to Michael Jackson. Look at my very first video I ever made here on TikTok because of a Michael Jackson cutout. My daughter saw it, said, "Who's that?" I said, "Oh, let me show you." And that day we played Monopoly for the first time. And she couldn't pay attention to the game because she was watching his videos. And she even said to me, her little 5-year-old self, "Dad, I can't stop watching to Michael Jackson." And she loves Michael Jackson to this day. 8 months, 9 months later, still into Michael Jackson. And I'll take it over Taylor Swift. Mind you, I'm not anti-Taylor. I'm just for Michael Jackson. So the pits. Brad and Gwyneth romance is over. Like a rat, Saddam Hussein got captured. More Barack Obama. That's probably going to wrap it up. More Obama newspapers. Oh, never mind. There's some more things down here. So Obama. His time. You saw this one already. And here's some 9/11 papers. The extra evening newspaper, the Daily News in Philadelphia. And of course, Bobby Abreu on there as well. And that's it, guys. So thanks for watching this video. Took you took a trip down memory lane. Took you through history for you young bucks that might be watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button. Share it with your people. Comment. Let me know if you remember any of these things. If you're old enough to remember some of these things. I have a lot more newspapers left and tons of magazines left. If you like those things, stay tuned. Peace.